Hello everyone, this is Beth Marshall, QA Rel at Mailinator, and I am going to give you a quick tutorial on how to use our API to enable you to test all of your email or SMS or webhook flows using Postman. I have implemented a Run in Postman button. At the moment this is just on our latest blog post, but you should see it embedded in the site soon. So on the Mailinator page, wherever you see this Run in Postman button, you want to test using our API. You can do loads and loads of things with the API. There's various different things you can test. It's bundled into the Message API, the Stats API, Domains API, and the Rules API. There is a documentation link here that you can also find on the Mailinator site if you want to go into explicit details about how to configure this. But let's go for the quick start guide. All you need to do is click Run in Postman, click that button here, and that will fork the API collection that we have already got in place for you into your own Postman instance. So go ahead and click the Fork Collection button, and then that will open up your own version of Postman. You can add that into your own workspace, into your team workspace if you are sharing that with other folks in your team, and you can go ahead and fork that collection. It's worth noting here as well that a copy of the Mailinator environment variables will also be imported into the workspace. So this will make it much easier for you to get started really quickly. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Click the Fork Collection button, and with this single click, we now have a forked copy of the Mailinator public API code. And that includes all of the areas that we were talking about before. And if we go and click on the environment section here, we can now see we have a set of variables here. So before we begin, what we need to understand is how to propagate these variables with your own information. If you are using the Mailinator API for the first time, the most important piece of information you will need is the API token for your private domain. So to get that, you need to go onto the Mailinator account, click login, go to team settings, and select the API token in the top left hand corner. I'm going to add that in as a secret value, so that keeps it nice and protected. So I've saved my token into here. So the same thing with the domain. The domain is your team private domain. So you just need to copy that without the @ symbol. And any inbox you are wanting to use for your testing, there are trillions to choose from. Mailinator has this nailed. So you might want to use an inbox called QA at your domain. So all of the testing you do in QA will land at that particular inbox. You might have a separate inbox for production or a separate inbox for each individual test case you want to do, for example. You can also use wildcards here. So if you enter a wildcard, any email inbox name that starts with QA will appear in your results. So that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and run our tests. We'll save our environment variables first and then go into our collection, and we can see all of the different, these are all of the different endpoints for our various APIs, all of the different things you can do within Mailinator much faster than via the UI. So if we select the Mailinator environment variable in that top hand corner, we can see there those parameters have now been inserted with the values that we looked at in our environment variable. So this is really quick, and it's done this for all of the endpoints for all of these APIs. Let's say we want to fetch an inbox. I don't really care what the limit and sort is here, but I have a token value that we've imported. We've got a domain, we've got an inbox name. So click send, and that's all you need to do. We can see here an email has been sent to a QA inbox, and that's the body of the message that's come back from Mailinator. You can do the same thing to fetch SMS messages, so no more having to check phones. Your SMSs come into your Mailinator inbox and are treated exactly the same as your emails are. Ditto for webhooks. So there you go. That is how you use our Mailinator public API collection to quickly execute your API tests for your email, SMS and webhook workflows in Mailinator. Thanks so much for listening. If you've got any questions or anything else you'd like me to discuss or show you, please let me know in the comments. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.